Well, the Omaha Public Power District is set on hitting its net carbon zero emissions goal by 2050.
Yeah, that means the use of alternative energy like natural gas, wind, and solar. Right now, OPPD uses 0.1% of solar energy for the entire district. In this Forecasting Our Future report, KETV News Watch 7's Waverly Monroe shows us how the power company is hoping to use the sun to fuel our future.
Using solar energy is not as easy as flipping a switch, but Exist Green owner Lee Neary says she's always wanted solar panels.
So we have a 5-kilowatt system, about 16 panels are up there.
Neary runs an eco-friendly shop in Dundee. She says even though she's in an eco bubble, the conversation about solar energy is growing.
I think people need to realize that, like, with inflation, with cost of energy going up, it definitely is something that they should look into.
OPPD will be the first ones to admit solar energy has taken time and will continue to take time. But Alternative Energy Program Manager Courtney Kennedy says they're learning.
It's a very small portion of how we serve loads.
0.1%, but they are hoping to expand. Right now, OPPD has a 5-kilowatt solar power panel farm in Fort Calhoun.
It's given us now almost 3 years of experience contracting, building, and operating solar on our system.
The next wave is getting up to 600 megawatts of solar, with construction of an 81 solar megawatt project south of Utan that starts next year. Graham Christensen with GC Revolt says OPPD has made several changes as they push for their 2050 goal.
There needs to be more work in the solar industry to allow everybody to be on a level playing field.
GC Revolt installs alternative energy solutions around Omaha. Christensen says through President Biden's Inflation Reduction Act, homeowners will be able to save more when installing solar panels through tax credits. The Inflation Reduction Act says rebates will remain at 30% until the year 2032, potentially cutting the price down for install by the thousands. And locally, OPPD opened up the kilowatt limit to allow for more solar energy use.
And so those background comments are really around allowing an increase in net metering, which allows a customer to put solar on their roof. That used to be a 25 kW limit. Recently, that's been updated to a 100 kilowatt limit.
Neary's already seen some payoff with her panels, which cost her nearly $20,000 to install.
We've generated about $3,000 worth of solar power that I would have had to pay for. So that's $3,000 I've already gotten back in 4 years of operation.
Waverly Monroe, KETV Newswatch 7.
Another piece to OPPD's net zero plan includes natural gas. The power district's building 2 new plants to back up the solar energy system. Standing Bear Lake stations being built near 120th and Military. OPPD's Turtle Creek station is in Sarpy County near 168th and Fairview. Construction on both is expected to wrap up sometime between 2023 and 24. Utility says the new plants generate lower emissions than older gas facilities, and they will only run as needed, which is estimated to be less than 15% of the time.